Hello, this is Cityscape, a regular vodcast featuring people, places, and ideas that impact Livonia. I'm Dan West with the Livonia Chamber of Commerce. We are at AlphaUSA, a Livonia-based manufacturer in its 7th decade, operating and making parts and serving customers across the world. Today we will learn more about this family-run operation and its commitment to encouraging young people to be part of modern manufacturing's future. AlphaUSA is an engineering and product development-based manufacturer with 2 facilities in Livonia and other affiliations around the world. George Strumbus founded the company in 1957 under the name Hylock Fasteners in Detroit. He moved the company to Livonia in 1969. In the 1990s, the company eventually was renamed Alpha Stamping Company. As the company diversified its capabilities, it became known as AlphaUSA. Today, the company employs some 130 people locally who design and produce fastening solutions and other parts primarily for the automotive industry. AlphaUSA holds 23 U.S. patents. Kate Strumbus is the daughter of Alpha's founder, George Strumbus, and she remains involved with the company's operations and community initiatives. Kate, thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Please tell us how your father started the company and how he guided him through the early years.
Well, my father actually had a concentration in printmaking when he graduated from Cass Tech High School. And at that time, people would get concentrations in various professions that they planned to go into. World War II happened, and he never actually shipped. He was at training camp, and the war ended. And he came back, and instead of pursuing the GI Bill, which many men did at that time, he decided he wanted to get going with business. So he did a few different things over the next 10 years, including at one point when the economy was struggling a little bit, he sold cemetery lots. But he eventually got into a sales rep position with a rep firm in automotive and worked there for a few years. But what he found is that oftentimes these rep companies would take away commissions and bring accounts in-house, which meant he would cease getting his commissions, and he was commission only. So he decided at some point he'd had enough and wanted to start his own business, and borrowed money, bought his first press, brought my uncle in to help him, and they would sell during the day and run presses at night.
Chuck Dardis is the Chief Executive Officer and President for AlphaUSA. Chuck, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
Chuck, you've talked about how you strive to lead the company and its workers as a family. How do you strive to do that?
Well, when I was first hired here, Nick Strumbus, who hired me, really believed in family, and it was a legacy that his father had. And so it was an important element that he looked at to me when I was hired. So I think that I'm really blessed with a good sense of empathy for people. Hopefully I've got a lot of common sense, but I really believe in family as well. So Nick saw that in me when I was first hired. And so I think that that's why Nick and I built such a good relationship. It wasn't just the abilities I was hired for, but it's also because of the way I saw people. So he and I firmly believe that a company is not just buildings and equipment. Obviously, they can be anywhere, but it's the people that bring it to life.
This month, we celebrate National Manufacturing Day. AlphaUSA has brought the celebration to hundreds of middle school students in recent years with various programs. Over the past decade, the AlphaUSA team has made its people and facilities available to young people so they can discover the world of modern manufacturing. Chuck, you've been involved and engaged with young people a long time in these areas. What drives your interest in working with young people?
Well, obviously I care about our industry and about manufacturing. And what we all know is that our school systems are faced with a myriad of demands placed on them by the government, by the state, by the federal government. And some of these demands led to a redirection of the curriculum away from what we do here. There's also been a dramatic push for every kid to go to college. That if they don't go to college, that they're they're not equal to their peers, which we feel is wrong as well. And that word isn't out there. And so we try hard still to get that word out there. And I think in working with the chamber, another thing that we really focused on wasn't juniors and seniors in high school. We really looked to the younger group. So when you look at manufacturing day, as you well know, the CO2 car races, all that, we're looking at middle school. And we'd go even younger if we could, because we want to let people know what it's really like here in manufacturing. We don't think that word's out there. We think it's been, suppressed, not through the fault of anybody, but it has been suppressed. And we want to bring that to life and get that word out. We love bringing the students into our facilities. We like it even better when their parents come here and when the teachers come here, because now you can see what modern day manufacturing looks like.
We are now joined by David Lawrence, Alpha's Chief Administrative Officer. He too has worked for years in promoting the skilled trades with his involvement in various local and regional efforts. David, talk to us about the demand for workers that we have with electricians, welders, CNC operators, and programmers.
Well, in manufacturing, we're looking for people that like to make and create things. We're looking for people with skills to be able to build our tools and design them. We're also looking for fast learners who can learn how to operate our machinery or learn how to check our parts for quality. A lot of these skills a student will probably have right out of high school.
And you've talked about here at Alpha before about how a productive entry-level worker can really make a career here. Talk about that process here at Alpha.
Sure. Many of the people that are running this company right now, they started their careers on the manufacturing floor. When we hire someone in, even for an entry-level position, we're hoping and we're intending that they're going to learn other aspects of our business. After they start working here, perhaps working in production or working in shipping, we're going to give them opportunities to run other types of machinery, perhaps learn a skilled trade so they can design and build our tools, perhaps a chance to work in the quality lab. From there, they might have an opportunity to learn how to work as a designer, perhaps a quality engineer or a program manager, perhaps even get a chance to work in the supply chain.
Talk about the types of jobs you're looking to fill today, because one of your biggest challenges is always filling open spots here.
Right. We're definitely always looking for people that can work in one of our entry-level positions. Typically that's in shipping or packing parts or learning to operate one of our machines in production. These are jobs that really anyone with the basic skills that they've learned from high school and a desire to work and create things will be able to do right away.
With Alpha's efforts to promote the professional skilled trades, many young people are introduced to the high-tech modern world of manufacturing, so they will consider it for a career. Experts say building workforce talent is needed to sustain local manufacturers, and that is the key to keep all aspects of our local business community viable for years to come. Thank you for watching this edition of Cityscape. We'll see you next time.